Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brain Shanae. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. Today, I just want to be 100, keep it 100 with y'all, be completely honest with you all, and to be 100% transparent with you all. For those of you who have been with me since I started in 2018, I appreciate y'all so much, like from the bottom of my heart. And for people that have started watching me and following me on my channels and on my channel and joining my reading sprints, I appreciate y'all so much. All my subscribers and people that watch me, I 100% appreciate y'all. But lately there have been moments where like I feel like what I am doing, it's not enough. And then also I feel like, and what I mean by saying what I've been doing is not enough, I'm talking about like still uplifting BIPOC authors and authors that I truly love and adore, and authors that I will continuously auto buy because I truly love their work, and their work is literally like art to me. And sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, even though like I'm pretty much putting too much on myself when I shouldn't be doing that at all. Like for me, like the reason why I created this channel was to once again uplift BIPOC authors, especially Black authors as well. And also to share the joy of how much I love to read. And as I started this channel and expressing how much I love this book or that book or this amazing author, I feel like I was starting to lose myself on occasion. And now, like with everything going on within the US, and now that I also work for the library, I have been in this funk, I'll say that. Like it's just, and like I haven't been wanting to read. I barely been wanting to do sprints, and I talked to my husband like about it, and I can't explain to you what's going on. Like for a minute I'm like, maybe it's a reading slump, because I know like in February I was reading a lot of nonfiction, but I wanted to do that as one of my goals because there's some things that I still want to keep up with and still be able to educate myself, especially with regards to history and things that happened in the past that's also currently happening today, which I constantly tell people that history repeats itself. And so lately, like I said, I thought I was in a reading slump, and maybe that wasn't the case. And then I've been trying to make myself read and try to get back into it. Sometimes I'll read some manga here and there because it's nice. It's a nice little palate cleanser for me. And I love manga, love dearly, ever since I started reading it. And then like as I'm reading, all I can think about is what is currently happening today. Like usually reading is like my type of escape, but when I was reading all those nonfiction, I was not escaping. I was facing reality. And you know, as an adult and also as a mother of 3 and also as a wife, like I can't, like as a way of reading, there's no way for me to escape it, because even within the books, I like reading books, especially when, any type of book, there's some type of politics in it. You know, hate me if you will, but that's honestly how I feel. And I feel like that's a valid statement, because in every type of book that we read, especially fantasies, it's something to do with a kingdom or a princess or something related, and it's always political. There's always some type of politics in books, regardless if you want to believe it or not. And once again, I told you I work for the library, so I see a lot of people who are in serious need. And so as I'm helping these people, like I feel like I'm taking everything in too. I shouldn't be, but it's hard to see. And so with that alone, when I come home from work, usually I sit down and read, but I just don't have that motivation either. And try to find some type of escape, but you can't escape it. And my husband was like, well, maybe you need to do something out of the norm. So which I did do something on the norm, went out with friends and stuff like that. We rarely do that because we're always like working and stuff, but we had a fun time. And then also like having hanging out with my coworkers, which this is the first time where like I get to like be with my coworkers and we're all friends. And we were all just talking and about life and everything that's happening within the US and stuff like that. And for once again, I'm not trying to bring y'all down on this or anything like that, but this is like once again, I'm trying to be 100 with y'all. I want to be completely honest. I want to be completely transparent. And so with all that being said, there has been times where I feel like what I'm doing on my channel is not enough. And I feel like I could be doing more and that I'm failing. I don't know why, but I feel like this has come to my conclusion today. I had talked to Bree on her sprints about like, I don't know what it is. I'm just not in the mood. I feel like life is lifing, and it truly is. And there's been a point where literally a couple days ago where I thought about, I don't know if I want to continue being part of Booktube. And like, this is the first time I've said this. Like, I felt like I have a Patreon, which I definitely want to keep up with that. And I need to do better with that. I just been in a funk and I don't know what to do. I do not. Like I still, like I'm reading, but not as much as I want to. But once again, maybe it is a reading slump. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But like, this is how I'm feeling right now. And I don't know, like, how have y'all been? Like, have y'all been able to, like, when you read, have you physically, like, fully been able to escape? Because every chance that I get, I'm always looking for a book to fully indulge myself in and to, like, not think about things that are happening with the people that I see every day on a regular basis at work, or what's happening politically and stuff like that. And I try, but I can't get away from it. I cannot, because I'm not also thinking about myself. I'm thinking about the people that I help at work, and I'm also thinking about my kids and their future. What does it look like? There's been times where it's like, man, I just want to dip. I want to leave the US altogether. Like, the US is ghetto. Like, I just want to, like, there's been, like, my husband and I even talked about it, of leaving. And yeah, it would be hard. Yes, it would be tough. But I was even telling him, I'm like, we can always come back, you know, but when we leave and actually experience life as we want, would we want to come back? Do we really? And so, like, this has been my thoughts lately, and I really do not want to leave Booktube. I really want to keep doing this, because I'm not here for the money, because I don't get paid for it anyway. I'm here because of the joy of reading that I love, that I love doing. I love reading, and I also love providing book reviews of the books that I loved and have become my top reads of this year and of last year and the year before that and whatnot. And I want to continue doing that because I see what's happening in the US. Like, I see it, and I'll keep saying this: history repeats itself. You already see what's going on with the rollbacks of DEI and whatnot. You already see what's happening with the Board of Education. You already seen that Cheeto had signed an executive order regarding library services and museums and whatnot. And so I'm like, I can't leave. I can't leave. But once again, you're thinking like, yeah, you can leave, girl, you good. And I'm like, no, because then I feel like I definitely 100% failed. Like, I already feel like I'm failing already. But if I completely like step away and step out, I'm doing a disservice. You know what I mean? Like, I want to still continue to uplift these authors because they're going to need it. Because I already can see publishing is already starting to change up. Even though they said they're an ally, like some, you know, they've been changing up already. Like, they've been on shenanigans for years. But, you know, like, I feel like they're going to be on some bullshit even more. And even with the whole thing about, for example, with Oathbound by Tracy Dion and that whole fiasco of some people at their Barnes and Nobles didn't even see the book at all, or being displayed. at all, not at the front of the store or not being displayed at all, or it's in section but there's only a few books out there, maybe 3 or 4 to the max. And so that was a whole nother thing, which I did a TikTok about. And because I used to work for Barnes & Noble, and I had to bring it up to my store manager about representation matters. It means a lot. And that you have to have representation on display, on these displays on the forefront of the store. And so within my TikTok, I also stated that I have met James Daunt, who is the owner of Barnes & Noble and also in Waterstones in the UK. And he told me, and this is verbatim, he literally told me that all the displays are based on what the store manager wants, and based on what the store manager feels should be displayed based on the shopper, the people that constantly shop at that particular Barnes & Noble in that particular location and neighborhood and whatnot. And I told my store manager at the time, like, you're missing the mark. There's so many, and you know, I was the only Black employee at the time. There was another, but she had left and chose another career path. And the store manager that I had, she's Black, but she looked at it from the numbers perspective of what sells. She wasn't looking at it from, I need to provide representation for all of the people that come into my store. It was never that. It was always about numbers. So you always saw Colleen Hoover, Allie Hazelwood, the typical. And I had brought it to her attention because she wasn't aware of it at all. And so that's when I was making sure that I ordered tons of books that were by Black authors and BIPOC authors, and made sure they were displays for them at the store whenever I got. Because if I didn't order those books, they wouldn't be on the shelves for people to buy at all. So that I did my due diligence and did what I was supposed to do, because I'm like, this is not right. Like, why are we ordering 70 books of Colleen Hoover? Like, what? No offense to those who love Colleen Hoover. It's just, she's not for me. But I'm like, something's got to change. And so that's when recently I went to Barnes & Noble. I don't work there anymore, but I recently went to the store that I used to work at, and I did see some representation. I did. They're still on there, but barely. And so I brought it to her attention again. She's like, you know, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, do better. And so, like, when you go to your Barnes & Noble and you feel like you don't see any representation, especially when it comes to Black authors and BIPOC authors, speak directly to the store manager, because they're the ones in charge of what's being displayed on those tables. James Daunt had left it up to the store managers regarding to what to be put on the shelves and what is to be displayed when you walk into the store. And so, once again, if you feel like you are not seeing yourself in these stores, especially Barnes & Noble, speak to the store manager. Bug the fuck out of them if you need to. Like, get on them about it. Have them be aware of what they are doing. Because some of them are not aware. There's some that are. But there's some that are just oblivious to it all. And so I want to bring that to your attention as well, because some people don't know, like, everything is up to the store manager for what is being displayed, especially on release day. So keep that in mind. With that all being said, like, I'm trying to do better and to be more present and to be present to you all. I haven't filmed my January and February wrap up. I don't know if I'm going to. I think I'm going to start fresh and do my March wrap up. I don't know. We shall see. I don't want to leave Booktube. Now, have I thought about it? Yes, I have recently. I've talked to people. I talked to my husband about it. And he's like, do you really want to do that? And I was like, I don't know. I feel like I could do more. But maybe what I'm doing is enough. I think I'm putting too much on myself, and I need to give myself grace. But sometimes it's hard because all these authors deserve so much praise, like especially Black authors and BIPOC authors, like their books, there's a lot of books out there that are not getting represented at all, and it's troubling. And like I said, history repeats itself. I'm gonna keep saying this during this video, like history repeats itself, and I don't want it to be to the point where we lose that representation, especially for middle grade books as well. Like, I love that my kids are able to see themselves, and I want to continue for my kids and for other people's kids in the future to be able to see themselves. And I feel like I need to still do that. I need to still bring it to the forefront. I still need to bring attention to these amazing books that people aren't talking about. Like Death of the Author by Nnedi Okorafor. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about the book, and so I had that book chosen for my Patreon book club, and I also did a book review for it. And I will continuously do individual book reviews, because a lot of the book reviews that I've done, a lot of these books people do not talk about, or you just don't see it at all. Sometimes you won't see it on Booktube. Sometimes you will not even see it on TikTok either. And so I really want to do better. It's just I need to get out of this funk that I'm in, and I need to like realize like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing okay. I just need to do better as far as filming and whatnot. And once again, filming and editing takes a lot of energy, and coming from work, dealing with the people that are in desperate need and things, and making sure, you know, seeing if they get their citizenship and whatnot, like, it's a lot mentally, you know, it is. And then I see these kids that are, you know, that are going through it, and so I bring that, I don't necessarily bring it home, but like in my, like how I feel, I bring it with me. And I know I shouldn't be doing that. That's not healthy. But it makes me realize that there's things that I can do to cheer them up and to put a smile on their face, right? And so even on here on Booktube, I want to do that, where I am doing my due diligence and pray and to bring awareness to a lot of these authors and their books, and to bring attention to them because they're not getting it. But I just want to be 100 with y'all about, I have thought about leaving Booktube. I have. I used to not think this way, but it's real recent and fresh in my mind. But I don't want to leave. Not yet. I feel like there's a lot to be done. We have a long way to go. But I'm going to still be here. I'm going to thug it out. Will I always have that thought in my head? Probably for a while. But I will say, as I continue to be part of Booktube, as I continue to have this channel, I'm going to do my best to still uplift Black authors and BIPOC authors. I'm still going to do that. That was like one of my main goal and my mission. And also to just share with y'all how much I love reading. Also, I'm filming this to let you know I'm gonna do better. It's just gonna take me a minute to get out of this funk, which I hope y'all will be, you know, gracious with me. Trying to get out of this slump, but I will do better. Especially as far as filming and producing videos and producing content for you all, and also for my patrons as well. I just feel like it's a lot of hard times, and we're seeing a lot of crazy stuff take place right now. And I don't want this video to be something that, you know, puts you down. I don't want you to feel like that at all. I just wanted to be 100% and be transparent and honest with you all. I think y'all deserve that. But with that being said, I'm not going nowhere, but I wanted to express how I have been feeling, and like, these are valid feelings. But I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to remain on Booktube. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, except I'm going to have more content for you all. It's just hard for me because my mind is out on other things and things that are currently happening in reality. So it's hard for me to even come up with content to be 100 with y'all, but I will get better. Just give me grace, please, please, and thank you. But once again, this video is not for to bring you down. It's for just to let you know that I'm not perfect and that I am human and that shit happens, right? But I'm not going nowhere, at least not yet. But that is all. I hope that y'all are having a wonderful day. I hope you are staying healthy and staying safe. And I will catch y'all next time with some more book content, related content. But have a great day, everyone. See y'all later. Bye.